Okay, so this video is for my MFT program. I'm an MFT trainee. It's a confidential video. The only people who will see it are my professor and myself for educational purposes. The only thing that would make it non-confidential is that I'm a mandated reporter, and if you tell me about any child abuse, elder abuse, dependent abuse, I have to report that, as well as any suicidal ideations or homicidal ideations. So threats to harm yourself or others. Are you okay with that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then we'll get started.
Okay.
Hey Lauren, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. What brings you in today?
I came in because I've been having trouble at work.
Okay.
It's been hard for me to focus on my task, and I get very distracted easily, and yeah.
That sounds like it's really tough.
Mhm.
Makes your day kind of hard?
Yeah. I usually don't wind up finishing everything I have to do, and then it's left for tomorrow or the next day, but then when I go in, I still can't focus and get it done.
Okay, so what kind of effect has that had on your work life? Are you getting in trouble at work?
Yeah, so my boss had to talk to me, and basically they told me that I need to step it up.
Okay.
But I still haven't been able to.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that's holding you back? Do you think that something's going to happen if you're not going to finish your work in time, or?
Yeah, I mean, we have deadlines,
Mhm.
and I haven't really been meeting them, and yeah.
So what happens when you don't meet a deadline?
We have they don't really say that they're gonna penalize us or anything for it, but you can tell that they get annoyed, and
Okay.
the deadlines make sense because we have to turn it in to these official people and stuff.
So it's it's pretty important that you get things done on time.
Mm-hmm.
So leaving it to last minute is probably cause you some anxiety.
Yeah.
Makes you nervous?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think they're gonna fire you?
Yeah, that's what it kind of feels like.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a good feeling. Nobody wants to feel like they're gonna be fired. Have you ever been fired from a job before?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What was that like for you?
Well, I was laid off, and they never really told me why. They were just oh, we don't, they never really told me. I still don't really even know
So they
why.
just laid you off and then gave you no real explanation?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
really hard.
Mm-hmm.
You can see how that would make you nervous with other jobs.
Yeah.
Do you think that is affecting your current work?
I think so, because I don't know why, what I did wrong.
Okay.
And I felt like I was doing everything I could do at the other job, and yeah, the fact that they let me go for no reason, I don't know. I don't know what, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, so.
Were you doing all your work at the other job?
Yeah.
You were getting everything done on time?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's probably, that would suck not to have a reason.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you think that's affecting your job now?
Yeah, I mean, I'll do stuff, I'll work on assignments, but then I kind of hesitate, to finish them or to complete them, or, yeah, I'll kind of hesitate because, I feel I don't know if I'm doing it right. And I don't want to, keep asking, because then they're going to think that, I'm not competent, and then I feel like there'll be another reason for them to just,
Do you think they'll think you're not competent, or do you feel like you're not competent?
I mean, I kind of feel like I'm not, just because, how the other place let me go.
Yeah, no, and they didn't give you any answers, so it's confusing.
Yeah.
Make you second guess yourself a little bit. Okay. So I wanted to introduce you to the model that we use in CBT to help us out. It's called the ABC model. So we start with an activating event, that's the A. So it's an event that happened, a situation that kind of caused everything else to happen. So then after that we have the B, which is the belief that you have about yourself because of that activating event. And the C is the consequence, which is what's happening because of that belief, because of the activating event. So it sounds like the activating event would be you being laid off at your old job with no real explanation. Would you agree with that as being kind of the root of your insecurity about work?
Yeah.
Okay. So then the C, it seems like you're hesitating at work and you're having trouble following through and getting things done, right? Okay, so then if you know that the activating event is being laid off and the consequence, the C, is you not getting your work done, what do you think you're feeling? What are you feeling about yourself?
I'm feeling that I don't have the potential to complete my work. That I'm not like good enough. Yeah.
Okay, so if that's your belief about yourself, that you're not good enough, you don't have the skills, you're not confident, you mentioned that, that's all stemming from that being laid off. So I think we need to really focus on fixing that belief that you have about yourself, so that way we can get you making better choices at work. So I think we should go back to the fact that you were laid off. Now, layoffs are usually for a variety of reasons and not typically because you're not good at your job. So try and remind yourself that there was probably a financial reason, maybe they had cutbacks in the budget and things like that, and for whatever reason they just couldn't keep your position. Should they have told you why? Absolutely. But don't beat yourself up over something you don't know what it is. You weren't fired, you were laid off, which means there's probably another reason there. One of the strategies I want you to try and use is when you start to feel that hesitation, feel like you can't do something or you don't know how to do it because you're not confident or you don't have the skill. I want you, it's going to sound really silly, but I want you to just like picture a bright red stop sign in your head and tell yourself to stop. You can say it out loud if you need to, you can just say it to yourself, but try and stop those thoughts as soon as you start to have them, because then it kind of snowballs into more negative thoughts, more maladaptive thoughts. We want to stop those as soon as they happen. So just anytime, so you'd be like, oh, I don't know how to do this, I'm going to start, and then just say stop to yourself, you know what I mean? Like, as soon as you start to stop doing your work or start to question yourself, it's going to sound weird, it's going to feel weird the first few times you do it, but the more you do it, the better you be at stopping those maladaptive thoughts before they happen.
Okay.
Does that sound like something you can try?
Yeah.
Okay. Does it sound like it's
Yeah.
going to be a little awkward?
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay, that's okay. It's not something people usually do. Like, it's not like, I'm going to think of the stop sign today. Like, so it takes practice, but it helps because the key is to stop those maladaptive thoughts. The other thing I want you to try and do is, since you're having trouble completing all the tasks that you need to do in a day, what do you think about making a checklist every day you get into work and focus on the one task at a time? So as opposed to trying to do like 47 different things and then getting flustered and not finishing anything, you get one thing done, check it off. Then you do the next thing, check it off. Does that sound like something that would be plausible to do at your job?
Yeah.
Do you think it would be helpful?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Do you see any hesitation and like, is there anything that would stop you from doing that?
No.
No?
Yeah, no.
Okay. So I want you to try that this week. First thing Monday morning, go in, create your checklist of all the tasks that you have to do. You can leave some blanks if like things pop up at the end, or however you want to do it, handwrite it, do it on the computer, and then just kind of go through your day and complete each task and check it off. And then look back at your list at the end of the day and see how much you really got done. Because then I think that'll also help you realize, like, look at all the skills you do have, and it'll help to kind of counteract that negative belief you have about yourself. Okay?
Yeah.
Do you think those are things we can try and work on and get done within this next week and check it and kind of check back in at the next appointment?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.